In this second installment of the tastytrade desktop platform overview, we will provide an overview of each platform tab. When you log in, the Positions tab will appear and display your positions. It is also the first tab located on the platform. You will see separate colored dots and icons next to your positions when you have multiple trading accounts. A color palette will appear when you have positions in the same symbol in multiple accounts. For further organization, you can filter positions by account from the Accounts pane. When selected, you will only see the positions of the highlighted account. By default, the Positions tab will enable all filters and group your positions by symbol. Position filters can help you better organize your view by only displaying what you want to see. A position filter with an underline denotes it is visible in your Positions tab. Further, you can select your position grouping type. None will list all your positions. Order chains will group by strategy type and help you track your basis after performing any adjustments, such as a roll. Next, you can beta weight your portfolio, which determines your theoretical delta exposure given a $1 move up on the underlying you are beta weighting to. By default, the platform will beta weight your positions to SPY. You can quickly change what underlying to beta weight by clicking the gear. Similarly, by clicking the gear, you can customize the data you want to display in the Positions tab. To add a column, click, drag, and drop what you want to be displayed from the Not Displayed column and vice versa. Then click OK. You can click here to view any overflow when you do not see a column shown. Finally, you can view the buying power requirement for each position by clicking on Cap Rec. Cap Rec will show you what is tying up your portfolio and the buying power requirements for each open position. The Positions tab does more than just list your positions. It can also be your starting point for position management. You can quickly line up a closing order by clicking on a symbol to expand, selecting what you want to close. Then right-click in the highlighted area to set up a closing order by clicking Close Position. You also can set up an options rolling order to the next available expiration by clicking Quick Roll. Or, to roll further out, you can hover your cursor over roll expirations and view the mid-price for the next 4 expirations. After you select the position you want to close or roll, you will reach the Trade tab, where you can adjust the order, which we'll cover in the Order Entry and Management section. The next tab beneath Positions is the Trade tab. You can reach the Trade tab by clicking here. The Trade tab is where you spend most of your time during order entry and management. The symbol listed in the active symbol will determine the options chain displayed below. Within the Trade tab are 6 separate trade modes that suit all types of traders. Depending on how much space you have on your screen, the trade modes will appear as a drop-down menu, or as buttons. We will briefly go over each trade mode. The table mode is where you will see a typical options chain, displaying the expirations available for trading. Within the table mode you can see the days to expiration, the at-the-money implied volatility, and the expected move. When you have an existing position or a working order in any of the expirations displayed, you will see a gray and yellow dot respectively. Click on any date to expand an expiration to view the available strikes. To the left of the strike prices are calls. To the right are puts. And, in the shaded areas are the strikes that are in the money. The inner 2 columns are fixed and display the bid and ask price. The outer columns with a small circle next to the column label are customizable and will mirror. We will quickly set up a trade while on table mode to illustrate curve mode. We will cover trade entry in the order entry and position management section. Moving on to curve mode provides a visual representation of your order ticket. Curve will visually display your profit and loss zones and the expected move range. You can also analyze an open position or a prospective trade you have prepared in your order ticket by clicking the Analysis button. With Analysis, you can see your theoretical profit and loss by adjusting the time, price, or volatility. Next, we have the Active Trader mode that is purpose-built for active stock and futures traders. Then, there is the Grid Trade mode, where you can set up and adjust any stock or outright futures order on a chart, up to a 2x2 grid if you have enough space on your monitor. Next, we have the crypto trading mode, where you can set up cryptocurrency trades. Lastly, we have the pairs trader. When clicked, will pop up a pairs trade modal so you can line up any stock or futures pairs trade. The next tab is the Activity tab. It is located beneath the Trade tab and displays a running log of your submitted orders. Here, you will see all of your submitted orders, including working, filled, cancelled, or other orders, which are orders that expired or rejected. You can further filter down by symbol or date. When there is no symbol entered, then all symbols will populate below. The activity status will display live when your end date includes the current date, indicating that the results below include your live activity. The status will change to not live when you select an end date before the current date. Finally, the showing number indicates the number of line items displayed below, based on your filter settings, including any account level filters applied from the Accounts pane. The next tab is the Watchlist tab. It is located beneath the Activity tab as an icon. Hovering your cursor over the icon will bring up the tab label. You can click on the icon or label to access the Watchlist tab. Like the left sidebar, you can access any preset or custom watchlist. Aside from viewing watchlists, you can also apply a filter by clicking the funnel icon on any watchlist. In the Quote Filter menu, you can apply conditions such as an earnings range, IVR, and liquidity rating. The watchlist will actively display symbols based on your custom filter settings. When the filter icon is illuminated, that means you have a filter setting applied. To reset your filter settings, simply return to the filter menu and click Reset. You can create a custom watchlist by clicking the setting gear in the left sidebar, then clicking the Lists tab. Next, enter a symbol. Validate the symbol below. Then click Add New List. Name your watchlist, and click the button below. Your new watchlist is now created. You can add symbols to your newly created watchlist by entering another symbol in the Add Symbol field. When finished, click OK. You can also add symbols to a custom watchlist by accessing it from the Watchlist drop-down. When the watchlist loads, enter the symbol in the Add Symbol field, and hit Enter on your keyboard, or click the plus button to rapidly add symbols. The next tab is the Tasty Live tab. It is located under the Watchlist tab. Hovering your cursor over the icon will bring up the tab labels. You can click on either to enter. Here, on the Tasty Live tab, you can view the live broadcast, and you can view the recent archive below. Lastly, you can also watch Tasty Live using a web browser by going to tastylive.com. The next tab is the Chart tab. It is located under the tastytrade tab icon. Hovering your cursor over the icon will bring up the tab label. You can click either to enter. Like the Trade tab, the active symbol displayed at the top of the platform will determine the chart displayed. You can either enter a symbol, or click on a symbol from a watchlist, or from the Positions tab to populate the symbol. When you do not know the symbol, you can type the company or fund name, and search results will appear below. In the Chart tab, you can add a wide array of chart indicators. And drawings. And adjust your time aggregation and time frame. There is also another charting feature called tastycharts. It is located beneath the Chart tab icon. Hovering your cursor over the icon will bring up the tab label. You can click either to enter. Tastycharts differs from the Chart tab by displaying up to a 2x2 grid of charts. You can view the chart of 4 different symbols. And the charts you have displayed in tastycharts are not dependent on the active symbol displayed at the top of your platform. Like the Chart tab, you have all the capabilities of the Chart tab within tastycharts, such as adjusting your time aggregation and time interval, adding chart indicators and drawings. Lastly, if you have multiple monitors, you can undock tastycharts into a separate window and place it on a separate monitor. The next tab is the History tab. It is located beneath the tastychart tab icon. Hovering your cursor over the icon will bring up the tab label. You can click on either to enter. The History tab lists your account transactions, tastytrade desktop platform including overview. Filled orders. We will provide an overview of each platform, such as any options exercise or assignments, or any options that expire worthless, and cash movements, including deposits, withdrawals, and dividends. The History tab differs from the Activity tab by only listing filled orders, or any transaction that creates a material change to your account. Any working, cancelled, rejected, or expired orders will not appear in the History tab. Your transaction history is separated by account, which you can toggle in the Account Filter drop-down. Further, you can filter by symbol, transaction type, and date range. Lastly, you can quickly reconcile transactions displayed by clicking on each line item. The platform will add the highlighted lines selected. Or, you can export the displayed data to a CSV file to view it as a spreadsheet. You can also track your portfolio's year-to-date profit and losses by clicking the Year-to-Date button, located to the right of Transactions. The Year-to-Date function in the History tab tracks your realized gain, which is your profit and loss on positions you've closed. Unrealized year gain is your profit and loss on positions that are still open. And your year gain is the sum of your realized and unrealized. It is also where your P&L year-to-date figure that displays in the Account Details section of your platform comes from. The Year-to-Date function in the History tab also tracks your total commissions and fees paid during the current calendar year for each underlying. It is important to note that your profit and loss figures displayed in the platform are gross figures and are not net commissions and fees. The next tab is the Follow tab. It is located under the History tab icon. Hovering your cursor over the icon will bring up the tab label. You can click either to enter. When it is your first time accessing the Follow tab during the trading day, you must consent to the displayed disclaimer before you can view it. The Follow tab will display trades posted by the Tasty Live personalities. It is important to note that the Follow tab is not meant to be used as an advisory tool. Instead, it is solely informational, so you can see what the folks at Tasty Live are up to. The last tab is the Help Center. Clicking on the Help Center icon will launch the tastytrade Help Center on your computer's default browser. In the tastytrade Help Center, you can find many helpful resources and answers to a wide array of topics such as platform education, margin, buying power requirements, and other account-related topics. In the next installment of the tastytrade desktop platform overview, we will go over order entry and position management for stocks, options, and futures.